go to Rikers and talk to Elliot.
Nah, we waste of time. But what we can do, let's get a list of everybody that left Rikers after Elio went in and see if they match Carlos's sketch. Thanks, John. I appreciate it. I owe you. My buddy over at Rikers is gonna send us over the mugshots of every con that left Rikers after Elio went in.
Great.
How are the toll surveillance videos coming?
Well, I got Peggy and Carlos going through the toll, but I don't see any sedan following them, and that's for several minutes afterwards.
There's the standard for that.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Says the cause of death on Peggy is a single shot to the back of the head. And gunshot residue test on Carlos is negative.
Oh my God.
Can you find the stand?
No. I've been doing some snooping around on Carlos. He was disbarred 3 months ago.
Kidding, for what?
Misappropriating client bail money, filing false legal arguments, and mishandling client payments.
Carlos never said anything about that. And his ex-partner was lying to us. Those guys are covering up something.
Dreams sponsors Unmissable Winter Entertainment on Quest Red. If constipation makes your day feel offbeat, take Fibergel every day. It harnesses the power of fiber to help you get back to regularity and find your groove with Fibergel. And to help keep you regular, try the tasty fiber chews.
Okay, last interview for my dream job. I'm ready, but not with my painful stomach cramps. Good thing Buscopan starts to work quickly. Unlike painkillers, Buscopan directly targets stomach cramps right at the source to relieve pain and discomfort. So I can be ready for my day. Buscopan, untie your stomach, untie your life.
This is Millie, the stain machine. When stains happen, her parents need them gone fast. But long washes take too long. Now you can save time with Vanish. Take the Vanish Quick Wash Challenge. Tackle dirty and 30 with 1 scoop in every wash. Vanish's unique oxy-action accelerator lifts stains fast, as detergent alone can't always keep up. Challenge beaten. Stains gone? Quick. Trust Vanish, forget stains.
Sometimes those things are better than all. Just one turn and the train won't leave.
Okay, focus. Stop. Okay.
The American dancers. Oh my God. Good.
Okay.
Would you like me to come with you?
Katrin, all of these people have what it takes to work in adult social care. Do you? Can Finish tackle these burnt-on stains and all this mess? Mum doesn't think so. Finish Ultimate Plus gives a deep, intensive clean. It hunts down stains, lifts them, and cuts grease with precision. First time, every time. A superb finish, even on tough challenges. Give away from children.
Sounds like Ocho time. Feel the fun. With money back on every game. Win or lose. Clock it.
Sainsbury's. Are we made of money?
Hey Sainsbury's, explain it, will you?
Well, the same actors inside baking
Goes into matching prices.
Remarkable. We've actually come in under budget.
Get it now?
Already got it.
Sainsbury's. Good food for all of us.
What does heartburn and indigestion feel like to you? However you experience any of these 7 symptoms, Gaviscon Double Action neutralizes stomach acid fast and forms a barrier for long-lasting relief. For any of these 7 symptoms, think Gaviscon.
Your toes lost their magic?
In Japan, we think of space as a canvas for everything life has to offer. The all-new Mazda CX-80 plug-in hybrid. Mazda, crafted in Japan.
Michel Roux is at home wherever he goes. He's flamboyant in French.
Set in my old school ways. The board is claiming that I paid my bills, which is nonsense, BS. All I do is I bill in a lump sum instead of hourly, like the big companies do. Billing hourly is how you can steal millions of dollars.
Yeah, but that's just one of many charges against you.
You know what? You're right. I plead guilty of all charges. You're right. And you know why? Because I lost it. I lost the fire. I'm tired of trying cases and defending all these scumbags. I don't care anymore. You know what I do care about? Listen. Oil. Venezuela. Oh, yeah. I invested down there. I get about 20K coming back to me every month without me lifting a finger. That's fun. You know, I don't think they're after the coroner. I think they're after you. Could be. That's what I'm hoping you guys find out. Yeah, I'm good, sweetheart. Daddy's little girl. All right, Rose. We'll be in touch.
As the media spreads the word about Peggy's murder, the police tip line starts to ring.
Mr. Cameron. Right. We're the detectives that are running the Olivo case. How can we help you?
Well, my kids are the same age as Peggy and Carlos, middle and youngest. When the kids get close, the parents get close. Unless the parents are jerks, which Carlos and Peggy aren't. My wife and I love them both very much. How long were you friends? At least a dozen years. Well enough to be confided in.
Who confided in us?
Well, Carlos with me. Look, the fact is Carlos loved Peggy. He worshipped her. He treated her like a queen. But in fact, he had an affair with some Puerto Rican girl. About 10 years. He called it his little house, big house thing, a Latin thing. It's one of... We went to school together, and I'm on the reunion. No way. I'm in New York, too. Do you know where she's staying? No, don't tell her I'm home. I'm going to surprise her. Thanks a lot. How is her mother? She's watching the kids. Lizzie's in New York. Right? She's staying at the Hotel Lafont. Would you mind changing your tie and probably your shoes too? Because it's Fashion Week. You look like an old gumshoe. But
Is it Carrera?
Yes.
We're detectives from the Newcastle Police Department. Are we talking?
I'm sorry, I'm on my way out. I have a client's dinner, and I can't be late.
It's about Peggy Olivo's murder.
you can call them and pop the champagne without you.
Please come in.
He had had a relationship with her for 10 years that was, at times, physical and sexual. For the last 2 or 3 years, it had become nothing more than sort of an emotional relationship.
We're going to need you to tell us about your affair with Carlos Olivo.
Detectives, is this going to be legal in this room? Because I'm married and I have a little girl.
Depends on if you're honest with us.
Okay. Yes, I met Carlos years ago. We had a little fling. It wasn't anything serious. Nobody got hurt.
Oh, well. We'll be the judge of that.
Then, a couple of years later, I met my husband, and we cooled it off. Then I got a new job, and it required me going to New York regularly, and well, we continued. Then
did send me flowers, though, for my birthday.
When was that?
Last Wednesday. He was always very thoughtful.
Well, obviously, it was the day his wife was killed.
Where's your husband now?
He's on to Boston on business.
When did he leave?
Last Monday.
Did he fly?
No, he drove.
What's his name?
Juan. Juan Figueroa. You're not gonna talk to him about this, are you?
Not as long as you give us a picture of the address in Boston.
3 days into the investigation, detectives now wonder if Carlos's secret mistress has something to do with the carjacking that killed his wife.
How are you? Okay, Rabbit.
Suburban's neat. Remember, we're on the job.
So, what do you think of our sweet little adulteress?
I think she's being straight with us. It's her husband I'm wondering about. Maybe this is what happened. An affair that lasted for years. At some point, the hubby gets an uneasy feeling in his gut.
Who was that?
Wrong number.
Really?
Yeah.
Every time she goes to New York, she comes back. She's different. He missed her. He can't wait to get his hands on her. But she's cool to his touch. I really miss you, baby.
Baby, I'm not tired. You mind if we do this tomorrow? I'll be ready. Thanks.
And then it's her birthday. And the flowers arrive.
Wow. Nice flowers. Who sent them?
My sister, for my birthday. So sweet, right?
Very.
Person sent flowers to my home. His address.
Can't do that, man.
There you go.
Never happened.
So, instead of going to Boston, he's got Carlos's address. He goes to Chapel Rock. And then he follows them to New York. The reason the shooting was so bad is Juan doesn't know what the hell he's doing. That's my theory.
Well, let's find out what Mr. Figueroa is. And if Carlos recognizes him. Hey guys, how's it going? Okay.
I want to show you something.
Okay.
You recognize anyone?
Maybe the guy here in the right-hand corner. He put like a baseball cap on him, maybe. Who is he?
A suspect.
We're all suspects, right?
Dreams sponsors unmissable winter entertainment on Quest Red.
Lavender blooms as far as the eye can see, whispering their calming fragrance into the air. If only you could smell it.
Well, now you can. Thanks to the outdoor freshness of Bold. Just breathe it all in. Breathe the outdoor freshness in with new Bold. Always keep away from children.
The Mazda CX-60. Available with 0% APR representative and a £1,200 deposit contribution when ordered before 31st of March 2025. Search Mazda. Mazda. Crafted in Japan.
Quality chocolate tastes good to you. Wouldn't it be great if it did good for others too? By 2030, we commit to help 1 million people, including women, their families, and their communities thrive. Just a little bit of pleasure could create ripples of hope. Galaxy, your pleasure has promise.
This house worth £4 million, plus the car with the cash could be yours. So you must enter by midnight tonight at omaze.co.uk.
Our innovation in hair loss science starts now. New LV Growth Booster. A breakthrough scalp serum with Aminexalar, niacinamide and ginger extracts to reduce hair loss for visibly denser hair. 77% agree hair looks thicker and stronger. Fight hair loss with new LV Growth Booster by L'Oréal Paris. You're worth it.
Don't contain omega-3, an essential nutrient which your body can't produce from scratch. Try 70's omega-3 and multivitamins for comprehensive support. The unique formulation includes the UK's #1 omega-3 to support your brain and heart, and a multivitamin tablet containing 22 essential vitamins and minerals, including those to support your energy and immune system. For comprehensive support, try 70's omega-3 and multivitamins. This has been Benny Banks for 70's.
Your Just Clean bathroom smells great. At least until the next flush. Better use Febreze bathroom. Just flip to activate. No batteries or electricity needed. Febreze bathroom is a unique liquid diffuser that constantly fights odors and freshens for up to 50 days. Then, have a new one. Enjoy Just Clean freshness feeling forever with Febreze bathroom. Febreze. Breathe happy.
Your mom killed your sister. Let's just say something. And I'm screaming, help me.
He's a monster. Brand new, evil in his hair. Thursday at 9 on Quest Red. Was streamed previous series on Discovery Plus.
My name is Karen Reed. I'm being charged with murdering a Boston police officer. This can't be real. Doing this film is my testimony.
Back only in the snow. The trial of Karen Reed starts Thursday 20th of March on Quest Red.
Coming up tonight, it's after a Hollywood executive and his wife are brutally killed. Suspicion falls on their two sons. The disturbing family secrets are soon revealed in the Menendez Brothers, The Crimes That Changed Us at 9. And catch up on the latest new A Killer's Mistake at 10. And see more lies exposed at 11 in Figment. Dreams sponsors Unmissable Winter Entertainment on Quest Red.
Detectives are working to track down Juan Viguera, the husband of Carlos's former mistress.
Thanks, Lizzie. How's the word? Okay, bye. That's all, Lizzie. Very helpful. She gave us her husband's call, his license plate number, and where he's staying in Boston.
Let me guess. As long as we keep our mouth shut.
That's right.
Well, did she say whether or not he has music gas?
He does.
Why don't we check and see what kind of a route he took, whether he went to Boston or if he took a detour to Chappaqua. If you call bridges and tunnels, I will get in touch with his hotel.
This is where he's staying in Boston.
This just came in. Hi. Security, please. Hi, this is Detective Collins. I'm calling from the Newcastle Police Department, and we're checking to see the whereabouts of one of your guests, a Juan Viguera. You can call me back at 513-2474-334. I'd really appreciate it. We're actually looking to see when he checked in and if he's had a key card that's been active, particularly last Wednesday night. Thank you so much. Bye. Let's see what happens.
Detective, The MS scuba team is finally here. They're gonna start checking their gully for the gun.
Thanks.
Wanna join them? A little moral support out there?
It is cold. No thanks.
So, I'm guessing none of your leads panned out. Okay, so who gets the rap? The husband. The usual suspect. And the motive? Very simple. Money. You see, the husband and wife were living way beyond their means. Not to mention the wife had a $900,000 life insurance policy. Motive. Oh, and they found the murder weapon, but they couldn't pin the gun to the husband. So what do they do now? Oh, let's go rattle his cage, see if he says something stupid. Promise the husband ain't stupid. He happens to be very smart. How's that for you? You got all figured out, don't you? But you got one thing wrong. You're not that smart. We're gonna come back and we're gonna drag you out of here in front of your family. What's left of it? Let's go.
But the days and weeks begin to pass and police aren't able to find the evidence they need. Is it possible that the disbarred defense lawyer has committed the perfect murder? Then, just before Christmas, police get an unexpected gift that will identify the killer once and for all.
The media got wind that a Walter PPK was recovered. So that made its way into the press, which we were not too happy about. But what that did was caused a witness to come forward.
Guys, remember when you were upset about the Presley gun?
Still there.
Well, you might want to reconsider. Meet Mark Gazzola. Mark, tell me what you told me.
Well, before they moved into the home where they're living now, Carlos and his family rented my uncle's house for them. They were supposed to leave it in decent order. But when I went to check up on them, they were still cleaning up. I saw an envelope on the mantelpiece, and I opened it. Wow.
Whoa, hey. Take it easy there.
This yours?
Yeah.
Oh, Walter PPK.
Nice, man.
That's 007's gun, right?
Shaking, not sturdy.
It's a beauty. I'm a gun collector, so I know. It's not for sale, is it? No. Sure? Pay top dollar for it.
No, that's sentimental. So my client wanted. Thanks for the offer.
That murder weapon was positively ID'd by an independent witness, a witness that would have no motives or bias to tell anything but the truth.
As detectives seek to tie up loose ends, they ask a doctor if Carlos's wounds could have been self-inflicted.
The shot to his left flank area is a close-range shot in an area of the body that doesn't really have any major organs.
Even the forensic evidence from inside the car points to Carlos in the end.
There's no evidence of this life and death struggle. There's nothing disturbed. Now, the backseat, not only is there no blood, but there's this coat. Inside the pocket of that coat is a white plastic bag. In the very bottom of that bag is over 100 gunshot residue particles, which would mean that gun, or a gun, is inside the bag.
Cops take their findings to the district attorney.
The fact is, the only blood we found in that car was the victim and Carlos.
Medical examiner says that if you want to shoot yourself and survive, the best place to shoot yourself is in the side flank.
And this guy shows up at the hospital after some big struggle in the back seat, not 1 hair out of place.
He was dead broke. He had a mountain of debt. He needed that insurance money.
And on top of that, we can put the murder weapon in his hands.
And the motive for swapping out his wife for his mistress? Come on. What do you think, Chief?
The hammer finally drops on Carlos, and the police arrest him at his home and charge him with the murder of his wife, Peggy.
The handcuffs necessary. Did you have to come in front of my daughter, for God's sake?
You should have shot your wife.
I didn't shoot anybody. You're making the biggest mistake in your life. So you have no cost you. Your priest is a lot of money. It will cost your town a lot of money. I love my wife. I didn't kill anybody. I love my wife.
Almost 2 years after Peggy's death, the prosecution paints Carlos as a man with a dark side who lost his ability to make a living and decided Peggy's life was worth sacrificing for money.
Peggy Olivo had the perfect life. Beautiful home, great kids, and she thought a loving husband. He was loving, all right. He loved money, and he was willing to murder his wife for it.
In the opening statement, the prosecutor claimed that Carlos believed he was capable of hatching and committing this perfect murder.
No, he's not here right now. Who's calling? No, I believe the family moved to Florida, so please don't call me. Thank you. Did I tell you to take it easy on the spending?
That's what credit cards are for. As a criminal defense attorney, he plots the perfect murder. First, a romantic dinner.
My Latin lover.
You're damn right.
Then, he pulls off the road while she's asleep so he can say he was run off by bad guys. He shoots Peggy, and then shoots himself. Driving to the hospital, acting the grieving husband.
I need help now, but why are you standing there? My wife is getting shot.
Orchestrating these horrible lies, Carlos Olivo deserves to hear the word that he's heard so many times before, guilty, and spend the rest of his life behind bars.
Despite the evidence, Carlos's children and many others believe in his innocence and testify on his behalf.
All three of his children were adamant to this day that their father was not capable of doing this to their mother. They grew up in a loving atmosphere, and they just don't buy it.
But the jury is not convinced.
The jury is out for 8.5 hours. They come back with their verdict.
On the count of second-degree murder, how does the jury find?
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty. Tom, Mel, this is wrong. This is wrong. Elon, please, immediately, this is wrong. As you know, I love you. You know I love your mother. This is wrong. Go fix this. Go fix this, John. Go fix this. You guys are wrong. I loved her. I didn't kill her. I loved her.
Carlos is sentenced to 25 years to life. Though some still question the verdict, police and prosecutors are confident that the right man is behind bars.
He's a good talker. He can spin a narrative. But the narrative he spun and the forensics left behind were at complete odds. And he made mistakes along the way. Big mistakes. So it wasn't that perfect. There's absolutely no doubt that Carlos Perez Olivo is the hitman.
Dreams sponsors Unmissable Winter Entertainment on Quest Red.
Nickelodeon was kid everything, but that marked one of the darkest chapters. 3 predators worked at Nickelodeon. You get comfortable with people until you're not.
It made me wonder who was being hurt.
Have you ever told your story publicly before?
Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV, Monday at 9 on ID, or stream the full series now on Discovery Plus.
When love overcome the distance, the culture shocks and the challenges. Meet 4 brand new couples from around the globe and soak up all the drama in the new season of 90 Day Fiancé, streaming now on Discovery Plus.
Dreams sponsors Unmissable Winter Entertainment on Quest Red.
It's the day after Christmas in 2003 in the Pacific Northwest.
Whidbey Island is off the coast of Seattle. It's a very picturesque, quiet town. It's laid back, it's all very close-knit. Sunday church and dinners and picnics and things like that. Everybody knew everybody. It was a great place to grow up.
It's not uncommon to see killer whales and seals in the water, so it's pretty postcard perfect place.
32-year-old Russell Douglas is spending the holidays with his 2 children and his wife, Brenna.
The marriage between Russ and Brenna was a difficult one.
Despite being recently separated, their They're giving it another try for the holidays.
The couple decided to be together during that Christmas season in 2003. He came over the island and he actually stayed at Brenna's house.
Are you gonna take the Christmas tree down?
No, it's bad luck. Let's keep it to New Year's.
Russ's phone rings. He takes the phone call, then he steps out of the room. He says, listen, I gotta go. I'll be out of the house in a few hours.
I gotta run a quick errand. Russell? Russell, where are you going? Where the hell are you going?
He left between 10:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. She wasn't happy about it. He, in her mind, it seems like he bailed on her and the kids again.
When Russ doesn't return home that night, Brenna's disappointment continues to grow.
Where's Dad? He's out, baby, as usual.
She'd sort of been through enough of this, and so she sort of got the idea that this was another woman or some other rendezvous that he was getting himself involved with.
The next day, a visitor to the island is out for a walk.
He's walking down Wall Road when he sees this SUV parked in a secluded area, sort of covered by some trees.
You could see someone was sitting in the car. He was wondered if the guy was okay. It looked like a horror.
He just sees a dead man with a bullet hole square in the center of his two eyes.
Pulled out his cell phone. He called 911. Police arrived on the scene almost instantaneously.
Telephone the car. Look inside. We got
Homicide detectives arrive on the scene within minutes, with crime scene investigators right behind them.
They open up the glove box and they get his registration. It's got a checkbook in it with Russ Douglas' name on it. They search around the car and they can't find a gun.
Whoever fired the shot took the gun with them, so therefore this could not be a suicide. This was a homicide.
It's the start of a case that will take a decade to solve, but even then will leave residents with lingering questions about what dark secrets their neighbors are hiding.
I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. To think that someone could just come up and kill somebody right there where you were raised.
This is a case that people have been talking about for years, and people will be talking about this case for years to come.
They identified his body based on some papers in the glove compartment of the car as Russell Douglas.
Go ahead and showcase it. 380. One of the officers finds a single shell casing between the driver's seat and the driver's door.
There were no signs of any struggle, no signs of anyone else being there.
So at that point, they secured everything, locked it down, and we just researched and found out his local next of kin. They discover that his wife lives on Whidbey Island, and they go over to contact her to see what she knows.
This is the Douglas residence.
Yes.
Detectives from Island County Sheriff's Department. Can we speak to you?
And they now have to tell her that her husband was found shot and is dead.
Who lives here with you?
My 2 children. My husband sometimes. What's going on?
Is his name Russell Douglas?
Yes.
I'm sorry to inform you, but we found your husband shot in his car and killed.
What?
She was very calm about hearing it. They were surprised by her response to their presence and to her response when she heard the news.
He said he was just going to do an errand yesterday morning.
What time was that?
9 a.m. Are you sure it's him?
Yes.
Was he meeting someone?
Probably. Listen, we were separated. We just got back together for Christmas for the kids. We're giving it another try.
How long were you married?
15 years.
Until they were in high school. They both grew up on the island. They were high school sweethearts.
After the birth of their son, they later got married.
They were 2 different types of personalities. He was very ambitious. He was a tech whiz.
Russell Douglas worked for a telephone company that sought out sites for cell phone towers. Brenna opened her own hair salon with the help of her husband.
Say I'm sorry he's dead. I'm disgusted.
She begins to describe what a terrible husband she has.
Russ is basically obsessed with sex.
She felt that he was fooling around on her, that he had a strange appetite when it came to sex.
It seemed that all that they ended up doing as a couple was just bickering over money and sex.
He eventually got an apartment down in Renton, which was probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours away.
Funny thing is, he's a really good father.
And because of that, she decides that right around Christmas, she's going to give him another chance.
From what Brenna told friends, she thought they were going to take it slow and try to get that relationship back on track.
Guess I was fooling myself.
Yesterday, when Russell left.
I didn't do it, if that's what you mean.
She seems to be a little aloof and distant. She also provides them with pretty much an alibi for what she did on December 26th and December 27th. She says that she did some things with the children. She had some receipts for different shopping. She had some stubs from different events. And she was able to pretty much demonstrate to them what she was doing for those 2 days.
So she gives police a tremendous amount of detail, which is important to investigators later on when they actually try to tie in her whereabouts during the time of the murder.
Did Russell have an insurance policy?
I don't know. He handled all of those things himself.
Do you own a gun?
You do? Yes.
Can I see it, please?
She had gotten the gun after she had reported burglary at her home.
It's a .22. Brenda's gun doesn't match the shell casing found at the crime scene, but detectives always look closely at the spouse of a victim.
We're gonna have to take this with us.
We need someone to come down and identify the body.
I guess that would be me. Great.
Sorry for your loss. We'll be in touch.
Not a typical notification. Well, we have a very kinky victim, Morse's wife, and God knows what kind of killer.
Let's do some background checks on the loving couple.
They're concerned that she really does not have the response and the demeanor of a woman whose husband was just murdered.
There quickly comes a point when officers are searching for any information they can find. The area where Russell was found was a pretty remote area. There's not a lot of homes around that stretch of Wall Road. So they begin canvassing the neighborhood, going door to door, asking neighbors, did they see anything? Did they hear anything? Some neighbors actually provide pretty helpful information. One neighbor describes seeing Russell's vehicle come down the road and then pull into their driveway before they realize that this driver knows he's in the wrong place because he backs up and speeds away. A couple other neighbors also report seeing Russell's vehicle going up and down the road as if he's looking. A couple other neighbors also report seeing Russell's vehicle driving up and down the road as if he's searching for a place he hasn't been before. And eventually that canvassing stretches not only across the south end of Whidbey Island, but eventually into Russell's town of Renton, where they end up tracing his footsteps through pretty much any store he ever set foot in.
After speaking with Brendan, the detectives and the deputies canvassed the neighborhood, spoke to the neighbors. We got a little bit of information about, their day-to-day activity.
Heard you boys report a homicide.
Russell Douglas? No?
Of course. How many bars we got up here?
How well you know?
This old lady used to come in here from time to time. Always bickering.
About what?
What most married couples fight about. Money. She was spending like there was no tomorrow. His bucket was getting small.
The gossip was that Brenna was a shopaholic, basically. The salon business was really in trouble, wasn't doing very well.
So what do you think? Nothing better after this dream.
The next day, the autopsy is complete.
So, Doc, haven't seen you in a while.
I missed you too.
So what do you have on Russell Douglas?
Cause of death, single gunshot wound, Dre through the eyes.
Time of death.
The coroner does conduct temperature checks on the body, checks for rigor mortis.
0900 Tuesday. The deceased had been dead about 24 hours when they discovered the body.
Thanks, Scott.
And then today.
The next day, detectives begin going through Russ and Brenna's background.
As part of the investigation, we run financial checks on the victim, the families.
Well. What? Remember Brenna said she didn't know if Russell had an insurance policy or not?
Yes.
Well, he did.
Russ had a total of 3 insurance policies amounting to at least $700,000.
Maybe there's a reason why the usual suspect is the usual suspect.
Now, in a small town, for a woman with just a small salon, that's some big money and maybe some big motive.
Dreams sponsors Unmissable Winter Entertainment on Quest Red.
Well, you're in the big leagues now.
How was your vacation, is that? Oh, I needed one.
With your 10% loyalty program discount, that's £190 for the night.
Not bad.
£130 for the night. Hold up. How? It's easy when you're in a word's will.
Trivago compares hotel prices from hundreds of sites, so you could save up to 40%.
Trivago's my secret.
Hotel? Trivago.